The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you, even though we can't see you. Welcome back to The Absurd. I'm here with my charming and lovely partner, Mel.
Well, hi there.
Hey.
How's it going, Rod?
It's going.
It's going.
It's pretty bleak out again.
It sure is.
But I like it.
Do you?
I friggin' love weather like this.
Why?
Because if it's nice out, I'm motivated. I feel motivated to have to go outside and do stuff. Right? Whereas this is like, no, I can easily
be lazy and it's okay.
Right. Rationalize just staying in and doing nout.
Nout.
As the English say.
Gotcha. Did you enjoy your spicy chicken burger?
It was great, thank you.
Yeah.
She brought me, I can't say the company name, but it's the oldest girl in the Peter Pan stories.
That's right, yeah.
Which I love. Not the Peter Pan stories, but the restaurant in question, the fast food place in question. But I've never had a spicy chicken sandwich before.
That's good.
It was very good. I agree.
Delicious.
It's not as good as her dad's double burger.
No.
It's personal taste, right? But no, I loved it. I'd get it again.
I don't know if I've ever had a Wendy's meat burger.
Right.
But what was the gasp for? You didn't know what I was gonna say.
No, I knew what you were gonna say. They're great.
Yeah. Okay.
You should while you're still on this plane of existence.
But do they all have ketchup and mustard and all that crap on them though?
I don't think they have ketchup or mustard. They have lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle.
What about the sauce?
There's some kind of, I think it's like mayonnaise.
Okay.
But you can say I don't want this or that on it.
That's true.
And they'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
They'll go around the corner and a dude will take the top off the bun and pick off whatever you don't want.
Really?
And then put the bun back on and walk around.
Yeah,
with it all wrapped up here you go, fresh and hot.
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
No.
I'm sure they don't.
No.
But it's amazing. And the other one, that used to be closed forever, just up the street from me.
Yeah.
It's now open.
Well then.
Mm-hmm.
Like walking distance?
Yeah, I don't walk. Well, no, I have though. But it seems kind of sad to walk by yourself to a fast food place, eat said fast food by yourself,
and then walk home. Like the walk of shame.
Yeah, maybe it is. And if you're a person who does that, really good on you.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't do that. I would have no problem going to a bar by myself, or
right.
I've never gone to the movies by myself.
No, I don't think I have either.
But again, if you do that, fantastic. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I would totally go.
Yeah. Why don't you? Right now, go away.
No.
No, just kidding. So we have some more absurdities today.
Mm-hmm. You want to take her?
Well, I'm just going to say one here because I couldn't find much of it, but I think the title, suffice to say, is absurd.
Okay.
Okay, so Axe body spray.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Do you use it?
No,
right.
no.
Do you have any thoughts on it?
I have many thoughts on it.
Are they complimentary?
No, not really.
Yeah,
it just reminds me of, being younger and going to the bar, and that's all you could smell was Axe body spray.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm right when I say a lot of dudes do tend to overuse cologne, body spray.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then it smells like you're masking.
Yes.
Right.
And it's not a good smell.
And it never covers up.
Because you can still wear a lot of cologne, but have it smell good.
Sure. Yep.
But, anyways, continue.
So, Axe body spray is found in an unlikely new customer. Grouchy sheep.
Grouchy? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do they, go to the store and say, hey, we need some Axe body spray, or?
Well, I would think that's probably ridiculous. They probably order it on Amazon, so it gets shipped right out to the... What do you call where sheep live? Paddock.
A paddock?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
true?
they're called. Well, it's what they call it when they're outside. So yeah, the deodorant popular with young men proves oddly useful in keeping rams from fighting.
Oh.
And I don't
Because
know.
it smells so bad.
Well, I don't know. Like maybe the rams are like, oh, I don't want to go near that other ram. He's wearing, well, I don't know what they're called, leopard or whatever. What are they called?
There's one, Dark Temptation is one of them.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then there was like a chocolate one.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
it was chocolate something. It did. It smelled like
Chocolate.
chocolate.
That's not really a good smell on a person, is it?
Yeah. They still make it. They still sell it. It's still
Chocolate or Axe?
Axe.
Oh, I know.
It's still a big
No,
seller.
totally. And I get it, like if you're, you're in a pinch. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't want to be a bit whiffy,
Yeah.
you know?
Whiffy.
So you do a bit of a spray.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Courtesy spray. Right?
Sure,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't really get it. But whatever. So, yeah, I don't know what the Rams, I don't know how it keeps them apart,
yeah.
but apparently
I
it
wonder,
works.
I wonder what's in it that does that.
It's probably the smell. They're like, I don't know whether it detracts them from getting together, like the Rams and hanging out, or if they're like, fuck, I'm going to hang out with that dude.
Right.
And he seems okay, because we both use the same kind of axe,
Uh-huh.
right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
But you ever been around sheep or goats?
Goats, yes.
Because rams, they can be pretty dickish, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. They don't come by the name just matter-of-factly.
Ram? No,
Yes.
they literally. Did
Yeah.
you ever see the movie The Witch? Actually, it's spelled The Vitch.
No.
2 V's instead of a W.
No.
Because that's old English style.
Okay.
And it's set in, like, I don't know, early 1600s U.S. And it's about a family living, they kind of got pushed out of the village. And there's a witch, hence the title. But the ram plays a really major part in the movie. It's a great movie, by the way.
Okay.
So, yeah, what about you? Do you got anything for us?
Well, I got an animal story.
Ooh.
If you want to hear that one.
Of course I do.
You know how when you order things from Amazon, they make it pretty easy to return things.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
You print off your thing and you send it back.
Yep.
Well, I guess there was a couple in Utah. They ordered some work boots, or her husband, whatever. They ordered some work boots,
Okay.
and they didn't fit, or whatever was wrong with them. But they had to send them back to the Amazon warehouse. Well, they didn't realize that their cat had crawled in the box while they were packing it up. So they sealed it up, shipped it, and like a week later, it gets to the Amazon return warehouse in
Whoa.
California, I think it was.
Yeah.
And California. And one of the employees opened the box and found this cat.
And, well, the obvious question, was the cat alive?
Yeah, cat was alive. So I guess the Amazon employee took the cat to a vet to get it microchipped.
Yep.
To find out who the owner is, and the owners were quite surprised.
Well,
I
I
guess
would
they
imagine.
they obviously knew their cat was missing.
Yeah.
They had put up like missing posters all over their town trying to find this cat, and yet it was in California.
Well, I guess okay, I have a number of questions,
Okay,
actually.
go
but,
on.
Okay, so you're sending back work boots,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And let's say they put it back in the same box they came in.
Right.
Well, there wouldn't be a lot of leftover room, would there? Like,
Well, have you seen Amazon boxes when they come?
oh, yeah, granted.
It'll be like one little toothbrush, and they'll put it in this giant box.
That's true. But how could you not know, like,
I
when-
don't know. Yeah, that seems ridiculous.
was the cat, like, on sedatives or something? Did it not, like, freak out when they closed the box?
No, right?
Like I would. You know?
You would think the cat would be trying to get out.
Yeah.
Or, you pick up the box to carry it to the car or whatnot.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cat's going to be moving around in
You'd
the
think
box.
so.
You would feel it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how this happens, but
That's weird, dude.
it is weird. But yeah, it said no harm
Well,
to the cat. It
that's
was
good.
dehydrated and skinnier,
Oh, I'll
but
bet.
it was completely unharmed.
I wonder if they still took the boots back, because there'd be like cat poop all over them. Right? Well, there'd have to be.
I never thought of that.
Well, you'd
Sure,
have, I mean, if
yeah.
you're locked in a box for a week, you're pooping, even
Yeah.
if you're not eating. You know, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
That cat's really lucky.
I know.
Well,
Like no food, no water for
Yeah.
6 days.
well, I'm really glad though that the cats like lived.
Sure.
But that's I don't think.
What do they do? Do they like put it back in the box and ship it back to them? Or?
Well, I would hope not. Yeah,
It'll
express.
it'll be there in 6 days. It'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fine. No, they flew out and picked up the cat because I guess the lady that found the cat, she said she'd look after it until they showed up.
Well, it's darn nice of her.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hope they gave her a good tip.
I hope so.
Probably gave her the boots.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want them.
piss boots.
That's piss boots. Oh, yeah.
Piss boots.
Shit in boots. Piss in boots
Piss and boots.
instead of puss in boots.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna change the tempo here a little bit.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna leave North America and we're gonna go over to Europe,
Okay.
to the country of Poland.
Oh.
All right. Now this is a Polish priest jailed for throwing a wild orgy where male prostitute died after overdosing on erectile dysfunction pills.
Oh boy.
Talk about a boner.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Uh-huh.
So, a Polish priest was sentenced to 18 months in jail for sex and drug crimes after an incident in which a man reportedly collapsed during an orgy at his home. As reported, a man collapsed at the party after taking too many erectile dysfunction pills. According to media reports, the man was a prostitute. One of the partygoers called an ambulance, but when paramedics arrived, they were refused entry and were only able to attend to the man after police were called, according to the reports. So, why wouldn't you let them in? I have an idea.
Uh-huh. I got a couple ideas.
So, the priest, referred to as Tomasz Z, was sentenced for sexual offenses, supplying drugs, and failing to provide assistance to a person in danger of loss of life or serious bodily harm. He was also ordered to pay the victim $15,000, well, that's about $3,820 American, in damages, and to pay several thousand in a fund set up to help the victims of crime. So what, I don't understand, paid it to the victim who's dead. What's the dead guy going to do with the money?
Yeah, I don't know.
The bishop of the diocese, though, stepped down, and that priest was discharged from the clergy
Well, I hope.
in the wake of the scandal. Due to the nature of the case, the trial took place behind closed doors. So, yeah, the bishop stepped down. The Vatican said at the time without giving a reason for his resignation. In a similar incident, an Italian priest was sentenced to 3 years in prison in late 2021 for stealing nearly $120,000 from the church to buy drugs for gay sex parties he hosted.
Wow. Wow.
You know,
Okay.
I have never found heard a satisfactory reason as to why priests can't have sex.
Right.
Right.
But it's not like you don't know this going into that.
100%.
Like, if that's what you're feeling like you need to do, then absolutely go do it. But you know what you're getting into.
Right.
And you have to make that oath, I'm assuming. Like, I don't know much about the Catholic world, but I would assume you make some sort of oath to that, you know, you won't.
Well, yeah, part of your
Diddle
creed
everybody.
or whatever. And we're not even talking about, like, cases of pedophilia that have rocked the Catholic Church.
Sure. Yeah.
We're just, you know, couldn't give a damn if someone's gay.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
I'm not going to yuck anybody who's young, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but,
Yeah, and I mean, you can look at it in many different ways, right? It's like he's a grown man. I'm assuming that these orgies were grown men as well.
yeah, I have nothing to suggest otherwise.
But again, you still.
But what kind of, why would anything, like, it wasn't always the case that priests couldn't have sex. I don't even know why it was brought in. I know it's put in, it said to be a test of your faith, which is bullshit. Nothing to do with it. The one explanation I have heard, and I will need to validate this, and I'll bring it in next time if I find evidence. So once upon a time, if you were the priest in your parish, in a local village or town, you were a very powerful person.
Sure.
You know, you were, you know, the center of the community because everybody came to your church. You helped people. You know, offered advice on given situations. Maybe you mediated for disputes. So what happened was, same as like being an officer in the army way back then, you paid money to the king to become an officer.
Okay.
So let's say you paid, I don't know, $1,000. Like, oh, good, for that you get to become a captain.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Because it's a position of prestige. And the same was true with priests. They could pay to the Vatican, or then to the Church of England, to be the priest in a given village because it was a center of power. The only problem was, though, is that titles and such as that would get passed down by inheritance. Okay? So the priest's oldest son could claim the title of priesthood for that village when his father passed away.
Okay, yeah.
The Vatican's not getting any more money on the next generation.
Right.
So by saying you can't be married, you can have as many bastard children as you want. Bastard children cannot claim inheritance. So when that priest died, somebody else had to step up and say, hey, I want to be priest, here's my X amount of money or whatever.
Right.
And then to kind of cover up this cheesy money-grabbing bullshit, they brought in the notice, this is a testament of their faith. Why would anybody try to say that you must fight the most inherent biological imperative in a species?
Right.
Right?
Right.
And this is, I'm not saying that that's a defense for this, but I have to think that if you're allowed to get a little tickle on the side, right? Even if you can't be married.
Right.
But you're allowed to have sex.
Right.
I think it's less likely that shit like this would happen. You're not driving it underground.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
So, anyway, that's what's going down in Poland.
Wow.
Among other things.
Among other things. Just a couple other things.
Well, they have great beer.
Do they?
Oh, God, yes. Fantastic. I can't tell you any of the names because there's not enough vowels
Got it.
in the words for me
Got
to
it.
pronounce it, but my God. You can get some of it here, too.
Yeah.
Yep, telling you.
Cool.
All right, so what do you got? You got something else? Huh?
Yeah, I got, like, on the topic of dick stuff.
I guess we were.
Kind of falls under that.
Okay. That would be the test. Oh, I see. Yeah. Good one. Go ahead.
That solar eclipse thing that happened like last month? Well, there was a Mexican TV outlet show, whatever. It accidentally aired a man's testicles. Live news, okay? So they're showing the feed for the solar eclipse on this news station.
Yeah.
And they were getting fans were submitting clips of their experience of the solar eclipse and blah blah blah.
Yep.
Well, I guess there was one man that sent in a video, and apparently they weren't checking these ahead of time.
Okay.
So they were putting up clips of different things, and there was one of a man standing in front of the solar eclipse, like from the angle, I'm assuming upwards, and his testicles come down into the screen to cover the solar eclipse. So that was his version of the solar eclipse.
That's nuts.
With his testicles.
See what I did there?
What'd you do?
I said, that's nuts.
Oh,
Still, yeah, clearly nobody proved any of these submissions. Or at least
apparently not.
Maybe
no.
if somebody works on the station. Well,
It could be.
I know what I'm going to do.
What? Yeah,
No
it might
bad,
be.
no bad publicity. Sorry, this is in Mexico, you said?
Yes, in Mexico.
Right, Cougar Roger.
Yeah, I watched the little video clip of it.
I'm sure you did.
They didn't actually show said testicles.
Were you
it was all
disappointed?
pixelated. No, I really was not.
Really?
But when I found the article, the video was there, and the one girl's reaction was hilarious.
Why would you?
She just kind of freaked out and totally lost her cool, and she's like, "Oh my goodness! Oh my god, the male
Yeah.
didn't even flinch.
Oh, these are the show
The
hosts?
show hosts,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the man didn't even flinch at the whole thing. It was pretty funny.
That's weird because I've often thought women were profoundly attracted to testicles.
No.
Is that right?
No, quite the opposite.
I might have heard wrong, actually.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, I can imagine that, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That takes some balls.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh god. Okay, let's go to something else.
Yeah, so I wonder if there was ever any action on this.
Yeah, I don't know. It never said that.
Well, good on them.
I don't know if they could trace it back. I mean, I guess they could.
Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout for these testicles.
For a pair of average-sized testicles,
Uh-huh.
moderate to hairy. Yeah, so I've got this one I found to be. Oh no! First, I want to do this one here. I think you were talking about. Was it not in Newfoundland about a sea monster thing, a lake monster?
Oh, Lake Lanier?
Yeah,
in Georgia. That was one in Georgia.
Yeah, right. But that was a ghost, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're obviously aware of Loch Ness.
Yes.
The Loch Ness monster.
Yes.
All right. So NASA, the National Aeronautical Space Agency, or is it administration? I can't remember. Has been asked to help in a new search for the Loch Ness monster.
Oh, okay.
This will take place on the 90th anniversary of Sir Edward Mountain's expedition. Do you remember that famous black and white picture of the neck sticking up out of the water?
Yes.
That's the picture they're talking about.
Yes.
So that was taken 90 years ago.
Okay.
So they're doing it on that anniversary. The Loch Ness Center has urged the space agency to lend its expertise in a fresh hunt for the legendary creature. Last year, one of the biggest searches of Loch Ness on the Highlands concluded with a hydrophone capturing loud underwater noises and several potential sightings.
Okay.
The latest search will take place, like I said, on the 30th of May to 2nd of June. Since the first expedition in 1934, the Watchers of the Monster, there have been over 1,156 sightings recorded on the official Loch Ness Monster Register.
No way.
Wait,
There's a register for that.
apparently.
All right.
Amy Todd from the Loch Ness Center said, "We are hoping that Nessie hunters around the world will help us reach the people at NASA." So it sounds to me like NASA's not on board yet, but they'd really like for them to be. What do you think about Nessie?
I find it interesting only in the fact that there's so many things in the water, in the ocean, I should say, that we don't know about yet.
No, it's true. I don't remember seeing the number, but it's something like we've studied something like 3% of the ocean's floors.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
well,
It honestly wouldn't.
it would surprise me, but I'd love for it to be true.
Yeah.
Right? But,
Yeah.
I mean, how can there be one creature for so long? I mean, I don't know shit about plesiosaurs or whatever they are.
Right.
I don't know, how long do they live?
Right.
You know,
And there
1,000
hasn't been any concrete video evidence of
No.
said Loch Ness.
That's right. And we live in a time where practically everyone has a camera on them.
Yeah.
And a video camera.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right? Now, does maybe Nessie's aware of that, so she's playing harder to get. She's staying underwater longer.
Yes.
Loch Ness is
Right.
incredibly deep. And it's very hard to find the bottom because it's very peaty, and so it's obviously not bottomless because that's not possible. But it's a very deep lake and very hard to see underneath because of all the vegetation
Right.
in the water. But there's lots of other ones, like there's Lake Placid in upstate New York is said to have a monster.
That's also a movie.
That's an alligator.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A big alligator.
Okay.
I almost
Yeah.
cry when it eats the bear. Because I feel bad for the bear.
For the bear.
Yeah, dude.
I love it.
But,
And there's one Lake Huron one too. There's the Lake Huron
I've never seen it.
type one,
I've swam in
and
that
then
a
there's
lot.
one out in BC.
Well, that's what I was
There's a
going to
few.
say. The big one was in Lake Okanagan, and the creature there is called Ogopogo. and its sightings go back further than Loch Ness
Okay.
to amongst Aboriginal groups in the area.
Right.
Hence the name Ogopogo. And yeah, there's been lots of sightings of it, and even a video. I think it was in the 70s of a girl or a young woman water skiing, and I don't think she hits it, but she sees it, and she freaks out and falls off her water skis, which would be like the last thing.
Inopportune time to fall.
Kinda, yeah. But so
Interesting.
you know, but again, like they need to breed,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be
Yep.
at least two, male and female.
You would think. Yep.
And the theory behind the Loch Ness one is that Loch Ness once, Loch meaning lake, basically in Scottish, or Gaelic or whatever it is, and it used to be connected to the ocean.
Right.
But over the last ice age, it got sealed. It got cut off from the ocean.
Gotcha.
So some big fuck off creature was out there in the ocean and slammed into Loch Ness, and like, oh damn it, I can't get out.
Right.
But the last ice age was 10,000 years ago. So how old is this damn thing?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
But fingers crossed. I'd like to see NASA get on board.
There's it reminds me of a lake out in Nova Scotia, and it's close to the Halifax airport,
Yes.
and they have like a fake Loch Ness dragony thing in the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it,
It's like one of those memories I just unlocked. I was just looking it up to see if it was still there.
is it still there?
Yeah. Apparently it was a tree that fell in the lake.
Okay.
And the way that the head was sticking out of the water made
Yeah.
it look like a Loch Ness.
Right.
So they, someone went out and like painted it to
Cool.
actually make it look more like it.
Yeah.
But then someone stole it because
Of course they
people
did.
are jerks.
Yeah.
So I guess they've had different renditions over the years where
Huh.
they'll just put a dragon head out there or whatever, right?
Cool.
So anyway, it's still there. I just looked it up because I was curious.
They
Because I
should-
remember seeing that many times, where I lived out there and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Do you live in Nova Scotia?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
Huh. Are you responsible? Were you there for the Halifax explosion?
No.
I think that was 1917.
Definitely was not there.
Okay. Right. So, anything else to add to this one?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah, that's all I got today.
I still have some Wendy's fries. Oh, I mean, some fries left over.
La 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 la.
They're kind of cold, but they're still pretty delicious. I might nosh on them a little bit.
Yeah, you should.
I will. Yeah. So, hey, thanks everyone for coming by. Eh?
Yeah.
Next time, bring some queso because I'm all out.
Please.
Mel loves her queso.
I do.
She does. It's true. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Okay, bye.
Take her easy, eh? Bye.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.